Welcome to Attican Plays Airport CEO. All right, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Series 1, Episode 6 of Airport CEO. In the last episode, we had discussed at the end the kind of strange problem where we have the subway and people are lining up to take the bus. Not acceptable. And I talked about how there seemed to be a defect that I was running into with that whenever I tried to fix it. Because I've been down this road multiple times now. I've played with it with multiple options. You know, take these out, put them back in, put in parking for only your employees. And then I realized the subway can actually bring your employees and the worker bees for the cafes and shops into your airport as well. So here's what we're going to do to address all this. I've been playing with this as well. We're going to delete those, and we'll just watch that first, and you'll see the effect of it. It has a very, very lovely effect, actually. See that? All those people who've been queuing up and cramming up our bathrooms and everything else have just suddenly gone. Now, the problem now is that we will eventually not get any outgoing passengers. I don't get this exactly because there's no documentation of capacity of the subway, but I played with it some more because I didn't want to mess with building a whole bunch of parking garages and buses and all. And you could do that, and it's fun. I mean, it's kind of neat looking stuff, and it's just one more piece of logistics to arrange and all that. But I don't want to go there in this playthrough. We can do that on a different one. So I want the subway to be our way in and out of this airport. So what I'm going to do here to head off that problem of no passengers, because I know it will come, is I'm going to put in another subway station. It seems a little silly to me, but this will actually work, and it may even take. The one time I've played with this, it took 4. Now, I don't know how many it's going to take. They are expensive to operate, but if we put more in, which appears to increase our ground transportation capacity, what we're going to check is to make sure we're getting new passengers coming. And let's see. Did you see people come in and go out? That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. There are people. Let's watch what this guy does. See if we can pick a good one to watch. They come to your airport on the subway and turn around and go home. Or go somewhere. I don't know where they're going. So that's interesting, to put it mildly. Don't know what to say about that. As I've said, I actually loaded this exact file to play with this. And I know if I put 4 in there, and this is makes no sense. I don't have any money right now. And we will clean this up next once we get this thing going. But we have to start seeing new passengers. Now there's franchise staff coming in. Now what they will do, if we follow this person, our franchise staff will go upstairs. And then they will go through security. And here you go, speed up. He'll go through security, and then he'll go down and go to work. So that all works great. So we're getting staff in here. Are we getting new passengers? There are no signs of any new passengers. Lots of people leaving. Nobody coming. And here's a flight that wants 142 people. Now he may actually have some. Let's see what happens to this flight when he's finished processing. And after we get through playing with this, we're going to do a lot of, we're going to fix this and optimize it, then we're going to optimize our handling of our aircraft. Because here's my thought. We now have a really nice regional airport. It's got some flaws, and I'll talk about one or two things I've noticed I don't like that I consider defects, but others would say, oh, well, just build it differently. Well, here, I'll just talk about it right now. This plane, when it backs up, it's going to go crash right into the building because it's too big. But the game will let it just crash. You see the same thing. You see these planes and the cars crossing each other, and we could go to great ends with undergrounds and stuff to prevent that from happening. But at the same time, it shouldn't be happening. I think that's a game improvement opportunity. Not a big deal, by the way. It's strictly eye candy, but it would look better if they behaved more realistically. But this right here, I don't think the game should let you do it. I think it should come back and say, hey, I can't back out because there's not enough room. Now, of course, we could deal with that by extending this and giving them more room and all that good stuff. But anyway, where were we? We were trying to watch this guy to see what happened to him. And we want to see if he gets passengers. Now look at that. He just backed out without a pushback. That's and look, see what I'm talking about? He's in the airport turning around, which is impossible, of course. Now there's his pushback. He just now showed up, so that's a little messed up. So the question now is, are we getting outbound passengers? And the thing that I've seen is, whatever approach I take, once if you clear up the mess by getting rid of the bus stop and car stop and taxi, sure enough, it'll start working and everybody will leave, but nobody comes in. And I'll show you. Like here, I was trying to decide, does that guy have anybody, but I was too late to see. There's one right up there. You can see that one right there. It's being loaded with some passengers, but it will only get like 129 out of the 160 it was expecting. And I believe that's because the 129 were remnants of whatever change it is that we made that killed the inbound passengers. Whether it was obviously or apparently, I'll say that apparently it's when you get rid of the ground transportation other than the subway, something goes wrong, and I don't know if there's a capacity issue with the subway or what. But I do know adding more subways actually works, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me the way I think of a subway. But maybe it's new connections. I don't know what it is. But if we add enough subways, we get passengers again. But like that plane had 129. The rest of these planes will come in and they will do everything right, but they won't get any passengers at all, and they'll go out with no passengers. And there's no animations of passengers coming through our terminal, because you can see here in this Concourse B, you see all these people walking down, but almost nothing going back up. So there's no new passengers coming to our airport now at this point. There's only the people who are leaving who are coming in off the inbound planes. So something's got to give there. There's got to be there's an improvement opportunity, I think. Maybe it's an improvement opportunity for me as a gamer. And keep in mind, of course, we could deal with the bus stops and stuff. I've said this, I think, before. And that's kind of a cool thing to do, to set up your, how are you going to route ground traffic and get them into the terminal efficiently and all that. I decided in this one I didn't want to deal with it, so I used the subway approach, but we're at the point where that fails. So what we're going to have to do now is actually pump up the number of subways. And when we have enough of them, whatever that means, we'll start getting outbound passengers again. Well, here comes a whole bunch of people. What are they? Now look at them. See? Look at that. Those passengers came up and went back out, just left. And by the way, that's what I've been seeing. If I tried to put the ground transportation back, you would see a bus come up, a person get off the bus, walk over here, and leave by the subway. So that's got to be a defect. But since I've seen it work with 4, I'm hopefully going to work. We're going to work our way up to 4 of these. Now, now they come in this one and they leave on both of them. And there's no settings on this. There's nothing I can say this is entry or exit or, you know, whatever. There's nothing I can do about it. Look at that. Again, coming up. Let's watch Matthias here from Austria. he came up one subway and went back down the other one. I think they're just treating our airport as a ground transfer for the subway system. Oh, wait. There's people going upstairs. Sorry, wrong button. What are they? Are we getting passengers now? Look at this now. Magically, we've started getting passengers. And that was not because of the flights. It was not because we didn't have flights. Because look at this. We've got flights out here that are pretty close to ready to go. So now we are getting people who are actually deciding to... Wait, let's see what Niles decides to do. Yeah, see, he's going to actually go take a flight, it looks like. Come on, Niles, go get on an airplane. Atta boy. Okay. So now it's working with 3. Don't know if we can get away with if 3's enough. Okay, we are getting passengers now. So it appears, I don't know, I'm just guessing at this point, it appears you have to have some critical mass of ground transportation in order to get your passengers. So, I want to put one more in there. For one thing, I like even numbers. I don't know what these people are. One, what is it you want to do? He just seems confused, like he just really doesn't know what he wants to do. And I think we're just going to fancy this up. We're going to put doors, large doors, here and here. Just match it all up, subway to door. All right, we are getting passengers now. Okay, that's good news. All right, now let's move on. We need to clean this up. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to go down here and delete all of that. Then we're going to go up here and delete 3 of these, 3 of these. We've already asked for that to be deleted. Okay, now what we're going to do is kind of do a mild redesign, and I'll explain why I'm doing it and what's going on here in just a minute. We'll go like that. And like that. All right, so now this one is currently set up for that far one back there, okay? And which set of these? So it's taking care of this set. I kind of like it to be honest with you, I'd kind of like it to be taking care of this set, which was that one. Just kind of left, right. Okay, so now we've cut our service down to, these have baggage service, these do not. But we're going to fix that. We're going to copy this whole thing, all the seating and the oh, I got to fix that. Sorry, I'm not quite there yet, but we can copy it. That's no problem. I'm going to go over here 6 the way, kind of symmetrical with that, and plop it down over here, and we know that isn't really there, so I'm going to get rid of that. And before they get to building, I want to make sure all these yeah, that's all going in the right direction. Okay, now, so what we have to do over here now is take our baggage claim zones and actually delete them. And then we're going to have to delete the staff zoning here and here. Then we're going to come back and make this one big. Can't be built on another zone. Why doesn't it like that? We're doing this. What other zone? There is no zone there. Baggage claim area. I want to start there, go to there. When it gets to here, there must be a staff thing here somewhere. Staff zone. I'm going to make sure I clear this in case there was anything there. No, there's nothing there. There's nothing there, it says. Okay, there had to be something there because now it works. So now we're going to turn this on as a baggage bay, and it's going to take that one right there, which serves these 3. Okay, so we've got one big baggage bay for these 3 gates, and this over here will get built. Now what we need down here is we need a one going up. I'd really rather have it kind of in the middle, but for symmetry's purpose, we'll have it kind of on the far end like that one is. And what I want is one that's going to feed in like that, but it has to be down here. So it's going to bring stuff up to this. And we go down here and we look at this. Now this used to be a left-right split. Now I'm going to make it a destination split. So it's going to come here. This is a destination split. Are these any good? Are these where you're trying to go? And are these where you're trying to go? And I got to think about this. I think this will work. I think it's smart enough to say, hey, there's destinations over here and there's destinations here. If not, we could do a kind of a straight line thing. Shoot. Oh, a little daisy chain. I actually think this will work, but I'm going to err on the side of no. We don't need to demolish those. Okay, so now this is going to come down and say, is this a place to go? And we're going to say, God bless it. This interface can be a little frustrating. So this will dump to there. And then if not, we want it to go to another tray. And it's going to make a decision and say, is this one a good place to go? If it is, off she'll go. Then it's going to go to another tray. And it's going to say, is this one a good place to go? If it is, go there. If not, get some more money. There we go. So we're going to send our bags off to 4 different baggage claim areas. And now this one's been built and we need to make it into a baggage claim area. And then we need to say, stay off the belts. And we need to turn this on and associate it with that one. I think that's right, isn't it? This one, yes. Okay, so now this one is associated with that baggage bay, which is associated with these gates over here. So these gates will come to this baggage claim. These gates will come to this baggage claim. And of course we got the same deal with left and right over here. And it's kind of I probably should have taken the time and made a C out of this. This is H for Huntington. I probably should have made a C out of that one for Charleston, but I didn't think about it in time. And since I'm from Huntington, we'll stick with Huntington. I should be more correct. I'm from the Huntington area. Okay, so now that, I believe, is going to straighten up our baggage claim situation. You can see we've got them coming in here now. We've got folks, okay, we're getting, great, we're getting lots of passengers. So many so that it probably would not kill us to have another Well, you know what? Before I do that, before I worry about that, let's see how we're looking on staffing. We need a bunch of ramp agents, no surprise, and some janitors, service technicians, hire ramp agents. Don't bother showing up unless you're in the orange. Nah, I don't think so. Is that high enough? Yeah. Can't be too picky right now. Need bodies. Okay, are we getting any better? Not really. Higher ramp edges. In fact, let me stop for a second. We need 3 for each of these at any time. So a minimum we need 18 there, and probably 2 for each of these, which is 24. We need 42 ramp agents. How many do we have? And that's not even, I haven't got into the whole, work cycle, staffing, work shifts, that kind of stuff. What do we want? Oh, we have 45. I think we have enough, honestly. Well, no, we don't. We'll see. We'll see. Man, this is tough. Let's just go through everybody and do the training for everybody. And we could do it like this. We could go pick everybody by their maximum, and that way we find the ones we need to train. Again, I'd love to have a filter that says, just show me everybody who has open training slots. That would be very useful. Be less work than this process. Okay. Well, those last few flicks were useless because it's one of 9 pages, so I don't know if somebody's hiding on me, but I know we've got everybody up to a decent standard now. Okay, so what we want to do now, we're getting passengers. Our baggage claim situation should be better off. We definitely want to make sure we've got we're getting revenue from any available shops. Actually, this one right there, if we give them one more shop, one more display fridge. If we weren't completely broke. I guess it lets us train even though we don't have any money. That's how we went so negative there. Then we can sign a contract with Cafe Aristocrat. And then over here, nice, okay. And we need some more shops. Let's accumulate a little more money, put a couple more shops in there. I want to check to see if we're making any money now. Yeah, according to this, we are. We're making money. It's almost 7,000 passengers went through. It's pretty good for our little regional airport that only takes up 2 of our 4 squares. That's pretty good. I don't know why these people stand around here. Okay, I actually want 2 more shops. 8 by 19. Maybe we can do 9 by 20. 9, oh, okay. So we're just going to do a copy. And sign a contract with Bottle. I've already forgotten how big that is. 20 by 9. And we could do, I think we can just do another copy. And get a nice contract with Pick and Fly. And we could squeeze a little burger joint in there, I think. Let's try it. Yeah, it's big enough. We could let's put burgers in there. Cooking station, 4 chairs, 2 tables. 4 chairs, 2 tables. That would be, well, let's see, 1 cooking station. Right there. Right there. All right, so we're going to give them a cooking station. Let's put it in the corner. And we're going to give them a small counter. We'll put the counter over here. And we'll put some tables and chairs in there. Like this. That's enough. And sign a deal with our burger joint. Okay, so all right, so now what I want to do now, that's all kind of good stuff. So what I want to do now is actually optimize this thing. Remember, we're still in our first year. This is the last month, in quotes. It's called a day, but we're in our last month of our first year, and we're looking reasonable. I think we've got a nice regional airport, but to really make it hum, I want to optimize our vehicles. And there's a way I believe we can optimize these vehicles to make sure that we can just rip these planes in and out of here as fast as possible and cut down on the traffic out here for all the vehicles that have to move around. So what we're going to do is look at our vehicle list, and we're going to think about, let's do the small ones first. They're less fun, but they need to be done as well. So I'm going to go to the vehicles that we own and look at our, do we have any of those? I hope not. No. Okay. Let's look at, well, I guess we could go down the, no. Let's see, what do they need? They need fuel and baggage. So let's look at our baggage trucks. And we've got the small ones and the bigger ones. And I wish they would come out in order based on their type. That would be extremely useful. But never mind, we can deal with it anyway. So we've got, what I'm going to do is assign these bags to specific stands so they're not just running around randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, there's 12 of them. They're just in a strange order. All right, so I'm just going to go down through this, and we're going to have 12. How many do we have? I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame I can't tell. Again, they're not sorted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to order 4 more. And I'm going to wait on the assigning process till I get them ordered. So let's go look at the other thing they need is fuel trucks. Now we have 4, and our thing is telling us we're pushing the limit. I'm going to 4. We're going to at least double that. We're going to have 8. So we're going to go out here to, but we're going to buy. Crap. I guess we have all big ones, and they probably make the most sense. So we'll just go with the big ones. Maverick, trailer, jet fuel, 4 more. All right, so that's the fuel for everybody. That's the baggage for these. And now let's look at our pushback, our stairs. Let's look at our stairs. 2, 4, 6. Somehow we have 7. So we're going to sell 1. And then we're going to assign these to the medium stands. 1 to each stand. And I'm not really worried about where they are right now. They'll just end up at these stands. Okay. So now we have 1 stand, 1 stair truck per each stand for the medium planes. Then we look at pushback. And we have 6 of those, so we'll do the same thing. And Biggie's baggage trucks. Okay. Baggage trucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's where I just ordered 4 more, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we can assign these to the medium stands. And then we're going to watch this a bit and see if we need to double up on the baggage. And I'll explain kind of the reasoning here in a minute. 5 and 6. Okay, so we'll wait. Could it be that easy? Let's look at our cleaners and our catering trucks. Yeah, you can't really assign them to anything, so we'll watch them to see if 3's enough. It seems to be, I think. And then the other one would be catering. It's the same deal. You can't assign it to anything. So is 4 enough? Probably. It seems to work. Okay, so in a moment we'll get our other 4 baggage trucks that handle small stuff. It looks like they're coming. We didn't get a message for it, but they're here. So let's look at baggage trucks again. And we're going to assign all our small ones to a specific stand. Four, 5, 6. Did I just screw up there? No. Nope. It's not yet. Give me time. I will. 2, 3, 6, 7. So we want to go to 3, 6 to number 3. Number 3. And then this one needs to go to the one after 3, whatever that is. 5. And then after 5 is 7. 9. 11. And 18. Okay, so now we've got them assigned to specific stands where appropriate, the vehicles that are appropriate, and we'll watch what happens here as this kind of goes along. And some of these, like these stair trucks, may be at the wrong place right now after they finish up what they're doing this time. Yeah, so here's an example. This one is still here, but looks like another one, yeah, that one has moved over because we've told it to work that stand. So this one should leave when it's done. When we get rid of this plane, this stair should leave and it should go to one of these that does not have the stair. And by assigning them, what's going to happen, like baggage trucks, oh, the loaders, didn't get the belt loaders. That's what we're missing. Belt loaders. Okay, we have 6. Perfect. Okay. And we can watch what happens. See how this plane goes away. See how that baggage truck parked right there? It's not going to go all the way over here to a depot or whatever. If it doesn't have a job to do, it's going to park right there. Now, by being parked right there, when the next, and see how this, the pushback is right there, and see the loader is right there. So the next time a plane comes in here, watch what happens. Okay, here comes a plane in here, and boom, we've got baggage unloading right away. We've got the stairs if we needed it. We didn't need it, but it's there right away. And the good thing about this is, because we've got the baggage unloading starting right away, now the turnaround, the service round, those are the same rampages that do your bag. So now that the baggage unloading is done, they can go ahead now and use this time to finish the service round. They'll get that done, and then the only thing we'll have left, once the catering's done, it's kind of automatic, is the baggage unloading, which will happen. We've got, the assigned baggage truck to go get it. So he should be over there getting the baggage that needs to be loaded onto this plane. And once he comes back, these ramp agents who've already done everything else they can do will jump right on loading the baggage, and that plane will get out of there. And that's why I say, do we need double up on the baggage? And I'll tell you what we probably could use is more staff here, which of course is just going to create a greater shortfall for ramp agents. And I kind of sort of, again, I calculated that 42 or whatever it was, but that's that's not accounting for shifts. I don't know what that real number is. Let me do one more here. Okay, and then let's go to the staff that we have and look at our ramp agents and look for some training opportunities. Whoops, I missed one. Okay. Now, let's see if we have a system that works now. Oh, and I know up here, it's not too bad. And this is where I was saying in the next, in Alpha 36, which if I'm reading everything correctly, the documentation, 36 is the last alpha. It goes to beta after that. So all the major functionality, there won't be any more major functionality after 36. Then it'll be cleanups and bugs and minor things. And then they're going to work toward getting this in, making this a production game. But let's just see, I think we should be pretty good. Let's watch a new plane come in. See, I love these guys. They're just kind of stacked up here waiting to do their thing for this plane. Yeah, we should have some new planes coming in shortly. So we'll watch the next medium size that comes in. We'll kind of watch him and see how this works. We're moving through the process pretty well down up here. I don't see there's not a ton of bags hanging around. Don't know why you guys don't have anybody working. Here we go. We're going to watch. It's a nice big plane. Okay, from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're going to watch him come into his gate, and we're going to watch the process here. So the service round, they did a little bit, but then the baggage claim immediately hit the belt loader and the baggage truck. So they're unloading the baggage. Now that they're done with that, they'll go ahead and do their service round. That's great. The cleaning and catering are on the way. And let's follow this vehicle. I think he's the key now. How many baggage trucks do we really want to have? And they'll drive across here and drop off the stuff that came off that plane. Now what I want to see is, will they go now and immediately get, yes they do, that's perfect. Now he just immediately goes and picks up the baggage that needs to be loaded on that plane. Beautiful. And as soon as he gets there, the ramp agents are sitting there waiting on him, ready to go to load the baggage onto that plane. I think he's probably already boarded. Yep. And out the door he goes. Now notice it's 113 by 119. I don't know if we had no shows or how that works, but we got him in and out of there. Okay, I think we've got something working here. Let's see if we're making any money out of it. 800,000, yes, and 1.2 million in revenue. Yes, now we're starting to look like a really solid regional airport. Let me go down here. I want to see this baggage. I'm not seeing any bags going over here. And I see these bags piled on here, and I wonder if that's a problem from earlier. I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do is delete some of this and rebuild it. Okay, and see those bags? I don't think we're ever going to get those bags. I don't think there's a way to pick them up. But let's get a tilt tray. Let's move it down one. And we're going to here and here and over there. And it is destination by default. Let's get that built and see if this works, and then we'll declare success on a little bit of optimization of our system so that we have a really good, and look at this, we've just reached day one. We're just in day one of year 2. So in our first year, we've been able to accomplish this basically. There we go. I like that. I like seeing stuff going over here. That's a good sign. And there we go. We got people picking it up. Okay, and what we might use, I think there's 2 things I'd like to do before we go. Sorry. I want to expand this a little bit, so we've got one more, and I also want to add in a small one. It doesn't have to be the full-blown, but we'll do a medium if it'll fit. It won't. We'll do a small. A small is fine. We're going to put a small one right there. We'll get those built. As soon as they're built, I'll show you what the small one is for. Okay, I want to put a little there. Put a little Q on it. Now we're going to set it to be staff only, and then we're going to take all of these and say, don't staff, you don't come through here. So one, we don't want our staff gumming up our passengers, but actually more importantly, we don't want our staff delayed by, whoops, we do want passengers. We don't want our staff delayed by all these passengers. So we have the happy problem of having a lot of passengers to deal with, but we don't want them keeping our staff from getting to their jobs, because that's going to hurt everybody. So there we go. And we're going to have enough security agents to staff that, or our staff will not be able to get to work. And according to this, we're good. And we're getting close on the agents. 49 of them should be good. And I probably could use some more janitors. I mean, we're starting to get a lot of people running through here, which means we're creating a lot of mess. Ooh, I saw a couple of, I can't resist. I can't resist really good ramp agents. Okay, even if it's overkill. Let's get a good janitor, a couple of mediocres. Okay. There we go. See our staff going through? Those are the people working in the shops. They're all coming through that. This guy here is, what is he? Or she? She is a service technician going through security. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm not sure why some of these people don't come over here, but nevertheless, and I can't leave with money sitting on the table, dying for us to sign it up. So let's sign that one up and sign those guys up. Make sure we have money coming in. All right, let's stop right there. We now, I think we've got a pretty efficient airport, regional airport that should provide us with a good steady income and run pretty smoothly. I mean, look, it's yeah. We are getting there. So let's wrap it up right there, and then the next one. I can't decide. We're either going to go small or go large. We'll see. We'll see. I guess it depends on how the mood strikes me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Airport CEO video. Thank you.